Finally, The Rock has come back to YouTube. What's good, guys? Your boy, the Savage, back again for another Savage Talk live. Jabroni beating, pie eating, eyebrow. Yo, come on now, you know, like that. What's good, guys? Your boy, the Savage, back again for another one. We're here, Savage Talk live. 25 years of Rocky. We don't like that. Shout out to everyone in the chat. SC Williams. Shout out to you, brother. I hope you're well. Savage is doing this for the original tribal chief, the GOAT, The Rock. You damn right I am. The man that started it all for me. Well, it technically didn't, but you know what I'm saying. Shout out to Amin in the chat. Hope you're well. Hello, Savage. Thank you very much. Hope you're well. Shout out to Zen. Man came early and that no late thing. Yeah? Let's go. Sup, Demon Team. Shout out to Sean Keith. GOAT. You know them way there. Nima says, if you smile. You know, like that. Shout out to you, Nima. Hope you're well. Shout out to Bracky Kaiser, of course. Good to see you back in the chat. What's up, Savage? Hashtag Demon Team. Spam that. Hashtag Rock25. Spam that. You know them way there. Listen, we're going to talk a few things today. You know what I mean? I've had a few brainwaves and that. You know what I mean? I've had a bit of a rest from the content this week. I ain't going to lie. It weren't no free choices just because some of the wrestling was trash and I just didn't want. You know what I'm saying? I just threw the videos away. Threw them in the bin. The virtual bin, obviously. Emptied the bin out because, you know, them way there. But it was nice to have to sit back, reset, and that. You get me? It's a bit mad doing this channel when you think about it. I've been doing it a minute now. And my channel, literally, the way I've set the channel up, it depends on how good the wrestling is. For me, anyway. Kind of. Because before, I was just reacting to everything, which I've still been doing. But it's just that now, sometimes, you know, I'm just not on it. I'm just not on it at all. And I'm here to give people good content as well as do this for myself as well. And the certain videos that I've made, what you guys haven't seen, I've just thrown in the bin, which, believe me, ain't the greatest. It ain't the greatest. It's lackluster. I look bored. And it just, you know, it just gets to the point of, well, why would I waste anyone's time? Well, I wouldn't even want you guys to watch it. You'll click on the video and want to click off. And I'm not here to bring people's mood down. Unless I'm going to add something insightful to whatever video I do or whatever video I analyze. I don't even know what the name is of what I do on YouTube. I'm a content creator. I don't just create content on YouTube. You know what I mean? I do my photography and videography and stuff as well. I wouldn't call myself a YouTuber, although it's nothing offensive to me. I don't really care. But I just create content and YouTube happens to be a platform. Obviously, I've got Twitch as well. I got more stuff coming. I've got another channel. This is not even my first channel I've ever had. And yeah, man, it's just one of those things. So yeah, like I said, it depends on wrestling a little bit, but I want to do some more different stuff. Any suggestions are good, but you can't be suggesting some little one-off stuff because it ends up being a bit pointless. And I've had suggestions before and I've done stuff and then the views ain't been there, which means people aren't watching it. And it ain't about the money and stuff like that, trust me. But if you're not watching it, it kind of ends up being pointless content. But it is 25 years of The Rock. Now, we ain't got to the debut date yet. I think it was November 17th, maybe. But we haven't got to the debut date yet, although there was a dark match. I know about them stuff. 1996, Rocky Maivia, you know, like that. And what I thought was, I can't take all the credit for it, although I came up with the idea. It was on my phone for a while. WWE had put up like a rock playlist kind of thing. And I was going to wait until it got to the debut date. But I thought, you know what? From what I'll do is all the content I do from now on until the end of November, maybe. I'll still do the rest of the reactions and watch along and stuff like that. I'm going to make it just rock related. That's my guy. To me, he's the greatest wrestler of all time. I'm not into any arguments about it. The only person anyone can ever bring to me is Stone Cold. And that's when I'll listen to your argument. Apart from that, I'm not hearing it. Don't care. That's the guy for me. Obviously, I was a wrestling fan before The Rock debuted on wrestling, but I was only 6 years old. So I spoke about my first memories before. I spoke about the fact that my granddad got me into wrestling. Before The Rock was there, Bret Hart was my favorite wrestler, and that was kind of it. And then we went on to The Rock and Jeff Hardy, and another stayed with them guys. Obviously, Austin was close second, and then you know what I mean. And then it got into the later years and stuff. And when it came into the new age, of course, I liked other guys and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I was a big fan of people like Eddie Guerrero and stuff like that. But then I had, you know, Roman came along, and I've just had a thing for some other wrestlers. I don't know what it is. It's not like a choice of mine. I just really, I think it must be the style of wrestling or something like that. So I've always stuck with that, and it ain't been through like being biased or anything. It's the same with Usos as well. It's nothing to do with being biased. It was just, you know, it's one of those ones. But yeah, man. So what we're going to do in this chat, obviously we're going to talk The Rock in and out between the chat, but I just want to let you guys know what I'm going to do for the rest of the month. Will be parts where I'm just going to drop in some knowledge about The Rock. We'll probably just chop stuff up. I want to know people's favourite Rock WrestleMania moment or favourite Rock moment altogether, if you got any stories of The Rock. Savage news there, all of that business, although I kind of want to veer away from the news thing now. I've got a bit of a rant to go on a bit later on, and hopefully it doesn't get out of hand, but I'm a bit fed up with the wrestling world now. You know what I mean? Everyone's got a community, and everyone's, you know what I mean? Everyone's being little bitch boys and tampon boys, and it's sensitive about everything. It's just a lot, and I'm not here for it anymore. So, listen, the name Hugo the Savage doesn't come from anywhere, from nowhere. So just know that, like, if it gets out of hand, I'll try and nip it in the bud. Let's get into some comments, and then we'll speak whatever's in the news lately. But you know, I don't really want to talk about people's personal stuff too much. Although obviously, I know people are going to keep asking me about John Moxley. I had so many inboxes asking me about my opinion on it and stuff like that. I don't really have a big opinion, but we'll get to that. Deontay Henry says, shout out to you, Deontay. Is it just me, or Zelina Vega or Carmella earned a title shot? Everyone else lost. I don't know what you mean. Is it me? Pick a new Tony Storm or... Oh, okay, I get what you mean. Yeah, it's a bit of a bad one still. The Dakota Kai call up for me was supposed to happen already, and the Swerve Dust with bringing her back Halloween Havoc. For me, I've mentioned it so many times about she's like my favorite person to watch on NXT. For me, she had one of the greatest heel turns I've ever seen at War Games, and she's just dope. She's just dope. She adds this different thing. She looks different to all the rest of the women. She's very slight and small, but she's quite powerful, to be fair. And she's just got attitude and personality behind her. And let's be honest, we can see loads of impressive things in the ring, but so if you don't have the personality and stuff to go with it, no one really cares. That's kind of what's happened to Ricochet and stuff like that, and Cesaro. The personality doesn't match the talent, and then it's hard to, you know what I'm saying? But for me, she has everything. But the fact that they've just brought her back kind of says to me that she won't be called up for a while. And then the new Toni Storm, they just messed her up already with this new 80s theme, Toni Storm. She's born in the 90s, but she's a massive fan of the 80s. I don't understand, but whatever. Amin says, is that Pablo the Savage in the background making noise? He is Pablo the Savage. He's normally sleeping when we're on the stream, but he slept before the stream today, so he's behind me chewing on some Pablo. Oh, okay, I thought he was chewing on. He was playing with his ball, so it wasn't in the background. Zen says, the jabroni beating, pie eating, trailblazing, eyebrow raising. You don't learn that. Celebrating Dwayne. 25 years. Listen, come on. He's the king of Demon Team Hugo. So, yeah, man. That's the guy still. That is the guy. Jason Michael. What's up, bro? Continue in a minute still. Release is coming. And Donald says more releases are coming as well. Is that like a thing what's trending now? Or let me know where you guys have got that from. Two different people saying it. So, is it a new thing? Is it something what? Because every time we've done a stream is when people have been released. It's normally April though, isn't it? But yeah, I can't say I care anymore, man. It's just one of those things. I don't even care anymore. It's one, you know what I mean? So, Savage, you finally acknowledged the original Tribal Chief, The Rock. Come on, man. This is my favorite wrestler of all time. I've never not acknowledged the guy. Come on, man. Come on. I don't have to explain to people. I'm a grown man now, innit? So I don't want to get into how much of a fan I am of The Rock because I'm going to start sounding like a child. But just know, this guy in wrestling terms, and a little bit as a man, but I kind of like, had my own way as a man. But he means, yeah, in terms of wrestling, this guy means everything to me. I don't know. I would have still been a wrestling fan, obviously I already was, but the way this guy made me feel like he was a superhero growing up, and then watching him go into being a movie. Can we just say how great The Rock is? That for me, he was the greatest wrestler of all time. Like I said, I'm not arguing. Unless you're going to say Austin, I don't want to hear it. Or you're going to say Ric Flair, and then you better be over the age of a certain. You know what I mean? You better be over the age of 30, otherwise I don't want to hear no Ric Flair talk. But he transitioned to movies. Weren't like plain sailing at the beginning, but some of the early movies were good, Walking Tall and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And then he didn't just take over Hollywood. He became the highest grossing male actor for the last 3 or 4 years. I think he's one of the highest. I think he's the highest earner still in the world. Young Rock, what Donald just says. I've watched all of them now. Dope. He's got the Terramana Tequila. He's rapping. He's got Project Rock, Under Armour stuff. Box office movies, listen, I don't know. I'm not saying The Rock's the greatest actor of all time. There's loads of people I pick over The Rock, Leonardo DiCaprio, Denzel, and all that stuff. But for what he's done and transitioned into, it's incredible. It's incredible to me. And we can see that John Cena's kind of doing the same thing as well. Shout out to John Cena because he's really good as an actor. And it kind of goes off their character in the ring. Their character in wrestling, they were the charismatic, great on the mic, John Cena and The Rock could hold the mic for hours. I've seen The Rock jump on the mic in wrestling and not say anything, just smell, and then Rocky. And then this, finally, The Rock has come back. And then and then walk off. Come on, man. I've seen the guy do that so many times, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's incredible to me. I'm impressed by him. And like, I've been telling you guys this, I try not to get attached to people as like regular humans and stick with their character, because a lot of people, they've not let me down. I don't care. It's your life, innit? But as you guys can probably say as well, there's probably been loads of people who you've been fans of and stuff, and then they've done something in real life out of character, and you're like, damn, you're a piece of shit. There's been loads of them, you know what I'm saying? And then it kind of, you try not to let it affect how you feel for them as a wrestler or an actor and stuff, but you can't help it. It happened with me when I was a kid, when I found out Austin with the domestic violence stuff, it got me as well. Obviously, certain things that I'm not even bringing up on the channel, and you just start going through that. So, and The Rock up until now seems like the perfect human. Obviously, he can't be perfect, but all the wrestlers have only said nice things about him, and all the movie stars have only said nice things about him. And the only time I've ever heard anyone whinge about The Rock is when it comes to like what political party he chooses and stuff like that. And that's just America. That's not a Rock thing. That's an American thing. So the geezer's dope. What else we got here? Let me how do I feel about Raw Tuesday? Raw was terrible. I'm not joking. I didn't enjoy it one bit. If it wasn't for The Rock, there will be no Roman, MJF, Cena, Ricky Starks, GOAT business. Shout out to USC. Also MSK and Imperium for the Usos. For the Usos, or Randy and Matt Riddle. You're not about call up foot wise. Yeah, I agree. Savage Miro is facing Brian Cole. Yeah, I know. I was just finished watching it AEW again, to be fair. Miro's going to kick his head off. I think Miro should win that. I know everyone's going to go with Brian, but I think Miro should win that. Nima, I started watching wrestling because of The Rock. I didn't know that he was a professional wrestler before he became an actor. First match I ever saw was Cena versus The Rock versus Miz and Oh, yeah. Come on now. I've been watching since then. You know, like that. Listen, So you caught Rocky at a late age and still clocked onto him, and that was part-time Rocky. That was, so it just shows. SC says there will never be another Rock. Case closed. To the best on the mic, and now a legend to a bigger star now. Anything he wants to do, live his life, and don't need WWE. WWE needs him. That's a big fact. That's a big fact. That's why when everyone was speaking about the Roman Reigns Rock thing, I said it's all going to depend on what the Rock's doing. Now, you would go with WrestleMania Hollywood because Hollywood Rock. He lives in LA now. It would make sense, but that's the only way I could see it happening. But yeah, you're right, man. I don't hear anyone arguing about The Rock being the best on the mic. The only person they were arguing with is Ric Flair. Ric Flair was incredible on the mic. So I'll give him that if that's what you want to choose. But I've done it's all subjective. That's a fact. But I remember I did a tier list before with my friends. We made a tier list to work out who was the best. We done like in-ring work, mic work, charisma, over with the fans and stuff like that. And you basically pick out a 10 and then you add all the stuff up together and it ends up to like, if it's like 5 things and somebody ends up at like 48 or something, you're probably going to be the best of it. And The Rock ended up at the best. He ended up the best just because in the ring he's obviously better than Ric Flair. Come on now. MJF was annoying today. Nah, man, MJF my guy, man. That's what I love him doing. Brocky. Savage, in my opinion, Raw was a lot better this week, but you know everybody has the different. Yeah, everyone has the different opinion. I don't mind anyone's different opinion at all. I'll tell you what, I probably overreacted. Raw wasn't trash. It was just the same old thing. Now I'll probably have to re-jog my memory to remember, but it was the same old thing to me. And you know what? Let me go on the WWE YouTube channel now and just go through what matches were on Raw. Because apart from the Kevin Owens Big E match, was it Kevin Owens versus Big E? It was, wasn't it? Yeah. Everything kind of seemed the same to me. We could have seen John Morrison versus Roman Reigns. Try it. I don't want to see John Morrison versus Roman Reigns. John Morrison's character's terrible. I said it. I don't care. Great in the ring. Think the guy is dope. I've always been a fan of John Morrison, Johnny Nitro. You know what I mean? Johnny Impact. Lucha. I've been a fan of him, but in this current WWE run has not been good. The whole thing with the Miz has ruined. Why did they have the Miz turn heel on Morrison and then go on Dancing with the Stars? Now he's finished Dancing with the Stars now, so I think he went out this week to that YouTube girl. So I'm guessing we'll see the Miz back in about 2 weeks, or maybe he'll turn up on the UK tour. Also, anyone who's going to the UK tour, I'm going tomorrow. So if anyone's there, holler at me. Pablo. But yeah, turning him heel and then he hasn't turned up since is ridiculous. That's stupid. So I'm not here for that match at all. Oh no, Savage Ric Flair was awesome on the mic, but when The Rock got repackaged and then reinvented himself and made his own spin on the mic, Savage. Yeah, to me, that Attitude Era Rock with the sideburns and the Versace shirt. What I do all the time is I show my son classic stuff of The Rock, classic wrestling. And we were watching when he threw Austin in the river over the bridge. This man is legendary, you know, like that. And then Hollywood Rock, amazing. Seriously, how did you feel about SmackDown last week? The same. SmackDown wasn't great either. It was good, but it wasn't great. And SmackDown's been my favorite for the last however many months, but it wasn't that great. It was good though. Pablo, stop biting me, bro. This guy is I got shorts on, man, scratching the hell out my leg and biting me just to get my attention. Pablo, chill out. Raw is getting better, but it's hard to care. It's a year and a half now. So Nima, you've given me the perfect statement there. Raw has been better since the draft, but it hasn't been much better. And what I can see happening is they're gonna do these matches what we've not seen in ages. Although a lot of people who left SmackDown came over together, and then we'll end up having the same thing we had last time with very little storylines but different people. What the hell happened to Elias? I don't mind the Elias thing, because he's gone off to be repackaged. I don't know if everyone wanted him to come back after 2 weeks with a new character, because that would have been weird. So it leaves the door open as well. Because if they wanted to get rid of him, then it's in storyline wise, it's like, well, he said he was dead. Elias was dead. He didn't come back. And if he comes back, he can be like, I'm reborn. I'm not Elias anymore. I'm someone else. So I don't mind that. And to be fair, what's he gonna do coming back right now? Like towards the end of the year in wrestling, if storylines are not already in place going towards Christmas, you might as well just come back in January for the Royal Rumble, because I think that's when he might come back, actually, the Royal Rumble. Because otherwise, there's nothing going on. So, oh yeah, Hollywood's different cat. I mean, are you excited for SmackDown in Birmingham tomorrow? Okay, I mean, this is a weird thing here. So SmackDown's not in Birmingham. It's weird. Like, I don't know if SmackDown's been taped already, because the people that I'm going to see tomorrow are Raw superstars. So I don't know if they've pre-taped it, because everyone's in the UK. I think the SmackDown lot are wrestling today in Brighton. Roman's not on the tour. So I'm guessing the pre-tape something for SmackDown, but I'll find out, because I'm going tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. And when I come back, SmackDown will be on about an hour after I get back. So we'll see, obviously, but I'm just going to go there, have fun. Should be excited. Just Elias is not on Twitter. Yeah, he's not. Cesaro, Eli Drake would make an excellent tag team. It would. I'm not. I wouldn't mind them putting Cesaro and Sheamus back together. To be fair, I didn't think the Bar was going to be a good team, but they were great in the end. So LA Knight needs to get called up. I've been saying that. I'm not expecting any call-ups, man. Not when they've just started NXT 2.0 and built. They're trying to build it around these guys. But I do agree, LA Knight, is the dopest on the mic in NXT. So I'm here for that. Raw superstars tomorrow on SmackDown. Nah, Jason, I don't get it. I don't get it. The Raw superstars are not on SmackDown, because the Raw superstars, I've got tickets to go and see them. They've already given me the matches, what I'm going to see, and Bianca Belair's there, Becky's there, Bobby's there, Big E's there. They're Raw, so, and it's not a live. It's a WWE live event. It's not on TV, so I don't know if they've already pre-taped something. Honestly, I don't know. Let's get into some news. What I've seen. Guess you guys have already saw the whole John Moxley thing, and yeah, I don't know. I saw. Yeah, Jason, it's a bit weird. Yeah, I saw this John Moxley thing in the week. I think I seen the tweet come up on my phone when Tony Khan posted it. Deontay, I know, I agree. Okay, I'm gonna say some unpopular things on it, and I don't really care what everyone thinks, because I speak for myself on it. I mean, is this a real question? Where is Wyndham? Because that's Bray Wyatt, and it's been gone, so I don't understand. Everyone, what do you mean? Where is he? He's on Twitter. I don't know what he's doing with his life, but John Moxley. It's going to tie into what I said there about sensitive wrestlers and sensitive wrestling fans. And I could just talk about sensitive people, but we're a wrestling channel, so we'll talk about wrestling. And I might offend some of you in the chat, which means you're probably one of them. But this new age, woke, sensitive snowflake fan, where they get sensitive over everything and upset about everything. And I seen the John Moxley thing go up. I checked on it just because I wanted to see what Tony Khan tweeted. He tweeted some soft, moist message out. John has allowed me to share with you guys that he's been checked into rehab, and we are going to support John and Renee. And like, I get it, but there's so many different ways. Like, because then when people have their opinion on Twitter and stuff, people want to moan about the opinion, but you didn't have to let everyone know. You didn't have to let us know. You could have let the man deal with this rehab thing in his own time and probably have less pressure because now he's got everyone tweeting, and you can see all the tweets and stuff. And there's going to be some people that are just like, whatever, go over it. There's going to be some people like, oh, we support you. Oh, yeah. Let him do it in his own time. Because if they just said that something happened to him, storyline, or he hurt he's torn his tricep or something like that, or blah, 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 he's got a back injury, safe. We just wouldn't see him. Because Dean Ambrose, John Moxley, is not a guy that you see anyway. Outside of wrestling, you won't just randomly see him. He's doing his own thing up in the mountains and that. You know that way there, going for walks with Renee, newborn and stuff like that. I don't know what's caused him to drink. Somebody had a go at me before on Twitter, I think it was, when I suggested to them that it seems like John Moxley has been, I don't know. I said he looked like he was on something or he was drinking. I wasn't saying it rude. It's just that if anyone watches AEW and watched Moxley's promos, then you'll know that they seem very, very intense. And if you look back to his other AEW, they seem intense as well, but they still seem within the realms of wrestling. Now, obviously, he's great at promos, so you can't tell blurred lines and stuff like that. But at the same time, it just looked a bit different. And the last promo I seen, when he was talking about he doesn't care about wrestling and he doesn't care about all of this, he only cares about his baby girl, seemed super real, which I'm guessing it was. And then he checked himself into rehab. Now, I've seen him getting flack online because he released his book, I think, the same day as he went into rehab. Well, it's different time for me in England, but within the same 24 hours, he released his autobiography and then went to rehab. So everyone was talking about him anyway, and his inserts and stuff, what he said about WWE and stuff like that, and Kevin Dunn in the book. And then rehab. My views on it, I don't particularly care. I don't, you know what I mean? If he's an alcoholic or whatever, then I want him to get himself better. But that's kind of where it stops with me. Like, why does everyone want me to care? And why does everyone have to care more than what it's needed? I remember we did that video before and Jey Uso had been drinking. And I said to everyone, if he's been having this problem over and over again, he's probably got a drinking problem. Was it Jey or was it Jimmy? It was Jimmy, wasn't it? I think. Excuse me, whoever, which one of it. I think it was Jimmy. And I said, I feel bad. You know what I mean? I said, there's something wrong with him because you don't, as an adult, you don't just keep making the same mistakes unless you're just an asshole or you've got something wrong with you. And everyone was like, no, he shouldn't be doing this, blah, blah, blah. He's had too many chances. Okay, well, all right, if that's what you think. But for me, I don't particularly care. You know what I mean? It's different. Whatever information comes out later on, if he wants to share, that's up to him. If it's a mental health issue and that was why he's drinking, a little bit different. But for me, if you're an adult and you just chose to drink and you got addicted to it, you just got addicted to it. What do you want me to do? I'm a wrestling fan. But the sensitive ass people online, geez, man. You share something, you left the comments on, you give room for people to talk what they want to say. If they're not doing hate speech, if they're not being racist, if they're not being violent, then let them talk how they want to talk. I have my comment section opened all the time, so people can say what they want. It's my choice to read them or not. But these sensitive fans, geez, man. Speaking about things being sensitive, and Donald says Kyle O'Reilly could be leaving WWE. Is that just because of the contract thing? I know his contract's up soon. His contract's up soon. Kevin Owens' contract's up soon. Whatever. I don't know. I honestly don't care anymore because people can leave. AEW won't have enough space to take them all in. Impact's not very good. New Japan, most people don't watch it. Ring of Honor's about to shut down. So I don't care anymore. It is what it is. We'll just see where they are. You know what I mean? I'm not sold on NXT right now, so I don't really care. But as you can see, Kalisto is AEW. Well, is he AEW? He turned up on Dynamite. He had his match. Tag team match against FTR. Was a good match. He was just the same Kalisto. Obviously, he's changed his name, which you guys would have seen that. He changed his name on Instagram and whatever ages ago. He wrestled great. Now, when he finished his match, he was obviously excited. He was invigorated by a new crowd, people supporting him and stuff like that. He made a tweet. I'm not like one of these soft geezers, but it was a nice tweet. It was a tribute to Brody Lee. He didn't say anything rude. He didn't seem like he was trying to get attention because he mentioned Brody's name. He just simply tweeted, and I'm gonna read it so I don't get the tweet wrong. Let me get the tweet up. Okay. So he wrote after his match. So this must have been in the back straight away. Where is it? Okay. Prayed and talked to John Brody Lee before my match. Thank you for showing me your home at AEW and giving me the strength and energy I needed today. That's what he tweeted. Nothing wrong with that tweet. Mentioned Brody because he was friends with Brody. They, you know what I mean? Backstage and stuff, WWE. You know what I mean? It's his guy. Doesn't have to be his best friend, but it's his guy. All right. Jericho tweeted straight after for no reason. He spelled John. Didn't put anything else with it. Didn't put, that was a lovely tribute, but you misspelled his name. Now everyone's going to be like, well, all he said was, you spelled his name wrong. Well, let's be honest. If you had a problem that he spelled his name wrong and it's on Twitter or Instagram, you could just inbox him. You could just inbox him, Jericho. In fact, you're in the same building as him. You're both at AEW, but you could have just dropped an inbox and said, yo, you spelled his name wrong. Obviously, all the fans underneath got triggered, and some of them were like, yeah, you spelled his name wrong, blah, blah, blah. And bear in mind, the name that he spelled wrong was John. He spelled John, he spelled John how John spelled, but Brody spelled John different with, I think he spelled it the same as John Moxley with the Jon. Okay? Kalisto's not English, it's not his first language, so he just spelled John. Fine. The fans started, and then Brody Lee's wife, she tweeted as well. And she tweeted in support of Jericho's tweet. So, Amanda Huber, she wrote, yeah, it's not an excuse to spell someone's name wrong if you're name dropping. I feel it's reasonable to expect a level of respect of spelling someone's name right if you want to name drop them. Listen, I'm not rude to women, and I don't want to be rude to Brody's wife either. And Jericho, that's my guy. But shut the fuck up. Shut up, man. Shut up, man. Seriously. Who cares? He misspelled one letter. He was saying nice things. Why have you gotten Listen, Jericho, stop the foolishness. Let's not act like you've had the perfect life, okay? And this wasn't even something bad that the man done. He just dropped a H from someone's name. Whoa. Oh, he added a H. Fair enough. Like I said, English is not his first language. He obviously done it off his phone. Probably spell checked it, because usually if you write John on your phone and you miss the H, it will spell check it for you. Then all the fans are getting all sensitive now. To the fans, shut the fuck up. Because if you had a problem with him spelling the name wrong, which you didn't, and you obviously didn't notice, because until Jericho said you spelled his name wrong, no one said anything. So that tells me that everyone's jumping on the bandwagon. That's what it tells me. Shut the fuck up. Jericho, shut the fuck up. Amanda, you're a woman. I ain't going to say too much, but please, you know what I mean? I know he's your husband. I know you're the one who you have the right to everything to do. I get it. But other people loved him as well, and other people liked him, and he just made a tribute. He didn't say anything wrong. Okay? You know what I mean? Her thing might be the fact that, you named... What? First of all, this name-dropping thing. He's not name-dropping. It doesn't help Kalisto's career one bit in AEW, him saying, thank you, John. It doesn't help his career one bit. Seriously, what does it help him? So everyone's talking about this name-dropping. Get over it. Flipping hell. Get over it, Jericho. Shut the fuck up, man. People do stuff, and if it's a big mistake, to be fair to the wife, if you see it as a big mistake, fine. Okay. But it was a H. You can't make this shit up. It was a H. You know what I said? I'm not a sensitive motherfucker. I'm not a sensitive motherfucker. I promise. I promise. I'm not the guy. Obviously, you can see I'm a black guy, chocolate god and that. Fair enough, isn't it? You know how many people have been around who I know their intentions and they just say stuff that was a little bit suspect. A little bit suspect. Sometimes it's to do with a joke or something. I'm like, yeah. Sometimes it goes too far. Just put them to the side. Yo, big man, don't say that. You know what I mean? It's not a thing still. If it's on Twitter and that, I don't really do the social media thing, but if it was, drop Kalisto a little inbox. Spell his name wrong, you know, big man. But lovely tribute. None of that shit either. Shambles. Jericho. I don't want to blow you up because you're my guy, bro. You know what I mean? Le Champion. You know what I mean? War is Jericho and all that. But if anyone's seen Jericho's 9/11 post, he just simply put, never forget. Now, I put a 9/11 post at the beginning of my video. Just put a lovely 9/11 artwork with the skyline. Never forget. Nothing to do with me. I didn't put myself in the photo. I've got pictures with. I never put myself in the photo. Jericho put his picture up from the 90s with him in wrestling gear outside the Twin Towers doing this on 9/11. That's never forget. Big man, I know that you were being sincere here, but people can take that wrong. And that, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't a misspelling. That you made it. Why you have to make it by yourself? Because it's a picture of the buildings. So if you want to do this internet, I'm here for it. I've had enough of this. I've had enough sensitive ass wrestlers, sensitive ass wrestling fans, and all these people pretending like they've done nothing wrong in their life, or that they've not just changed since like 2017. Oh, we're woke, everyone's woke, snowflakes are melting. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Twitter's the worst for it. And I tell you, I've got Twitter. I hardly ever use it. Sometimes I just like to jump in comment section and see what the masses are saying. The masses are becoming moist, very wet. I've seen people. I'm a regular viewer of the Hall of Fame podcast, Booker T, my guy. Can you dig it, sucker? All of that. His job is a podcast, give his opinion on wrestling stuff. And I've seen a few times that he's had his opinion on stuff, and the fans have come, you're the same guy that was in a racist angle with Triple H. How can you say that CM Punk? Shut the fuck up. If somebody wants to say that CM Punk's great, but I didn't like his debut too much, or CM Punk's great, but I think he should stop talking about WWE too much and get on with his wrestling, they can say that. Shut up. Because, let's be honest, man. Jericho, you're from the Attitude Era. And if you're from the Attitude Era, you can't have the complete, clean heart. You can't. You was around Vince with shut up and bark like a dog. You can't have the clean heart. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. So everyone needs to relax. Anyone from that era, shh. Pipe down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I know he wants to do this elder statesman thing. I'm the elder statesman of AEW, blah, blah, blah. Listen, Jerry, AEW's been there 2 years, yeah? Let's not speak like it's been there 20 years and you've been there the whole time. Shut the fuck up. Jericho, shut the fuck up. Amanda, shh, relax. You know, like that. And RIP Brody Lee, because, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have a go at all the fans who spelled his name wrong. I swear I've seen somebody spell John Mox's name wrong in this chat. Should I get offended? Should Renee get offended that someone just put H in John Mox's name or took the H out because he's in rehab? No. Shut the fuck up. Everyone shut the fuck up. Sensitive ass fans, I will rip you apart. All of them, because I'm not here for it anymore. It's bullshit. Everyone pretending to be offended by everything and jumping on bandwagons. And then they get it the other way as well. You know what I mean? Somebody says they enjoyed something. Oh, you stupid motherfucker. How dare you enjoy Raw? Just give your opinion. How you stupid motherfucker? How dare you not enjoy Raw? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shout out A and B. Family, you know them way there. It sounds like they are taking this name dropping, not sincere. Otherwise, they are just being asses. They're just being asses. They're just being asses. Simples. Donald says Jericho loves to complain. He does, man. But you got to check yourself, bro. You got to check your wife at Capitol Hill before you start talking the waffle. You know them way there. Frank, you name everybody needs to go to AEW before Khan do roster release next year. Might not happen. Khan someone. Listen, Murphy's not signed with AEW yet. Tony Nese was in the crowd last week. Bray Wyatt's not turned up anywhere yet. Braun Strowman's not turned up anywhere yet. So, WWE going to release people. I don't know where all these people are going. AEW going to have to make about 2 more shows. Because you can't put release talent on Dark Elevation on YouTube. Come on now. When Savage said, off everybody, James Brown, get on up. You know them way there. Yeah, man, I'm calm now, I see. I told you this was going to happen, you know. WWE might release people today, just read it on Twitter. But Nima, who did you read it from? I need sources, bro. Is it like one of them Wrestling Inc. pages or something? Because, you know what I mean? But yeah, man. Sensitive people. Moving on to my next thing. Now, we don't have anything more on the news and all that business. It weren't really news anyway, whatever. Shout out to Kalisto, had your debut. Hope you do well. Shout out to, listen. Bray Wyatt. I've seen loads of reports this week about Bray and Vince's relationship with Bray and everyone getting sensitive about that as well. I've seen YouTube channels dedicated to Bray Wyatt out there. No little fat, little cat ladies and that, little fat cat ladies and that with their channel. And I said, I'm dissing them, but the reason I'm dissing them is because I went on that channel before, wrote something in the comment section nice. She tried to come out with attitude, like she's Bray's missus. Shut the fuck up. Why everyone's so sensitive about Bray Wyatt? Bear in mind, I'm a fan of Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt, pop vinyl, Fiend, pop vinyl up here, Bray Wyatt t-shirts. Wyatt family guy I am. You know, like that. Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt. You know what I mean? Follow the buzzards. He's got the whole... I'm that Bray Wyatt fan. But fucking hell. Everyone wants to kill Vince McMahon because he doesn't like Bray Wyatt, if that's the truth, because you're never going to hear it off Vince. Seriously, shut the fuck up, man. Bray Wyatt, what's Bray Wyatt doing for you? Is he sending any, you know who will use like in the Bray Wyatt comment section, defending Bray about every single thing? Bray's not the best person in the world. Because let's remember, you know what I mean? JoJo's his missus now. But we know that JoJo wasn't always his missus. He had a baby with JoJo. But he had a wife before that. And we know that the hell you got with her, JoJo, on the tour, she was with the man them, and you cheated on your wife. You get me? So this guy ain't the best guy, so just calm down, bro. Yeah, we're there. We're a fan of Bray, creative God, bro. But shut up, man. Shut the fuck up. Everyone, oh my God, I can't believe that Bruce Pritchard would say this. Shut up, man. Motherfuckers, man. Every dirt sheet you listen to, and all the dirt sheets ever say is, a source close to Vince McMahon said. A source close to Bray Wyatt said. Funny that, because Mo Dallas never says anything. Tyler Wyndham is doing his little press run now. Shout out to him. JoJo never says anything. Bray just puts cryptic stuff, eyes and stuff. Vince McMahon never speaks. Bruce Pritchard never says anything on his podcast about the current roster. Who is this sauce? Who is the sauce? Who is the ketchup? Who's the barbecue? Huh? Who's the ranch? Who is the buffalo? Who's the sauce that keeps saying this shit? Fucking dirt. See, shut up, man. Fucking hell. Everyone's trying to get clicks and all that business, and everyone's going to go, well, you try and get clicks. I don't try and get clicks. I just do my thing because I'm a wrestling fan and I want to talk. Fuck's sake. The college teacher on NXT hasn't won a single match. Yeah, he hasn't. Impact released Tommy Dreamer, Pete Williams, Taylor and No Way Jose, and TJP Savage. Give TJP back to... Yeah, TJP! That's my guy still. Tommy Dreamer, well, that was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. You know when they've done the whole suspension Tommy Dreamer thing because of the plane ride from hell, because he said some shit or whatever, more sensitive stuff. I knew that they would suspend him and then something would happen and he'd get let go. But it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Tommy Dreamer's a hardcore legend. ECW, all of that business. Said some dodgy stuff though, but you know what I mean? I can't be out here trying to, I can't be bothered, you know what I mean? Savage, how did you feel about CM Punk talk about John Moxley and Eddie Kingston yesterday? Yeah, to be honest, and you guys, if you've been on the channel long enough, you already know my feelings on CM Punk. I was never a major CM Punk fan. I'm never going to be a major CM Punk fan. But I think the man's incredible on the mic. But I don't like this AEW CM Punk thing. Like I liked it in the beginning. I liked the whole, the electricity around it was exciting. CM Punk's back. I thought that was dope. And he's wrestling all these younger talents and all that stuff. But I want to see some invigorating storylines with him now. Don't get me wrong, he's got loads of time. Unless I don't know if his body's going to break down. You know what I mean? But he's got loads of time. But his promos and that now comes out in his jeans and his baseball top and that, bro. Just, you know what I mean? Man just talks too much, bro. I want to see some badass wrestling. Everyone, listen, start acting like his matches are great, man. They ain't the greatest. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. I don't hate CM Punk. I just expected more. I don't want to miss anyone out, but I don't know. Ricky says, "Thank you, Savage. If Bray Wyatt don't say nothing about it or WWE just shut up, and that's why I listen to reports." Yep, standard. Donald, who's the man age? You know, like that, bro. Imagine social media night, Savage. WCW Hogan turn heel, boring. WF Trish being naked and counted her. Listen. If social media was, it's not about social media. I know everyone says if social media was back in the day. It's about if social media was there back in the day and the world was how it is now. Because people wasn't all woke and stuff back then, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, everything back in the 90s wasn't great. Let's be honest. It wasn't great. But there's a few things that are like, you know what I mean? There's a few things like when I grew up, I'm like, it's a bit dodgy, the women in it. They made like King was like the perv commentator all the time. And yeah, there's some suspect stuff, some sexist stuff, some racist stuff, some rapist stuff. There's some dodgy stuff back in the day. But if the world was how it is now, social media's back in the day, there wouldn't be a wrestling business. There would only be New Japan. Facts. Because there's some suspect things, man. I mean, I seen my first pair of breasts in WWE live. This close. First time I seen breast in my, not first time I seen breast in a bra, but first time I seen breast in my life, this close. Man, I was with my dad. You know, like that. Man, man was just there. Insurrection. Yeah, man, there. Miss Kitty in that. Didn't even cover it up. I got to go backstage. Obviously, my dad was working there. Miss Kitty, Terry Reynolds walked past me. Miss Kitty's got boobs out, all right? Listen, like that. People don't want shit about backstage, but when a report comes out, they say, fuck WWE. I'm not taking sides, but how the fuck can you judge a situation when everything is just a rumor? Nima, I agree. People are not honest with themselves anymore. And I don't have if you're a person who wants to know everything about the ins and outs of wrestling, all the backstage little stuff, the ongoing and stuff, that's fine. You can be that person, not a problem. Usually, if you're that person, you might as well be a journalist. But if you're just hearing rumors, then a bit mad, isn't it? It's a bit mad. You guys see it myself. I always tell people on this channel, don't give me any rumors when there's a pay-per-view coming up, because that's one thing about social media back in the... Oh my God. Think of all the great stuff we watched over the years, and then think of how much you would have missed out on, or how less of a surprise things would have been when you knew what was going to happen. All the returns at Royal Rumble, Undertaker returning, every time he died and came back from a casket match. Bro, you would have been ruined. You would have just seen him on Twitter. Undertaker's in Texas. You would have just saw it, man. Paul Bearer's here, which means Undertaker's here. It's shambles. The answer says MJF needs a big win since Jericho. I think beating CM Punk is that big win. MJF does need a big win. And CM Punk, in terms of the name, would be a big win. I think he should beat Darby Allin first and then go on to CM Punk. CM Punk and MJF, war of words would be great. So, Savage, imagine Johnny Gargano joined with the main roster. If you guys remember before the AEW, NWO, NXT 2.0 thing, I said that this guy should have been on the main roster possibly 2 years ago, maybe 3. I'll give him 2 because of the pandemic, innit? But him and Tommaso Ciampa had the greatest feud there's ever been in NXT. and they were doing great work. I have to say, I'm not a massive fan of heel Johnny Gargano, only because everything seems a bit too playful. I think it started around the time when I was watching him against Keith Lee and the whole doing that Johnny's house thing. Everything became too playful when I know he's a great wrestler. But all the matches with Johnny got with Tommaso Ciampa, the last man standing match and stuff like that, incredible. But yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, like I said, guys, content coming forward for the rest of this month will be rock based. It'll be rock related. There'll still be reactions, but any videos in between will be to do with the rock. Tomorrow I'm going to be at WWE Live again. Anyone who's in the UK and you're probably not going to be because Birmingham, but if you're there, holler at me and man, say what's up. Savage Ahmed and Johnny are going to join with the main roster. Yeah, so that why is Carmella change her entrance? I mean, let's be honest, it probably wasn't her who changed it. I loved her. The last entrance had the silhouette of her body and stuff like that, and then the curtain dropped. I love that. Well, I don't know. Carmella has it in her to be one of the best female wrestlers. Period. Do I mean in the ring? No. I think she can be a 7 out of 10 every time in the ring, or 8 out of 10, which will be good enough as long as, because on the mic she can speak. She's got to stop doing the annoying scream because it doesn't seem realistic. It's like, why you keep screaming for? I know she's done it for a while, but yeah. But she can be dope. I think she's really good. She's normally got a good character. The character she got now is really good. A and B, that sheet was always wrinkled. Yes, facts. How are you guys anyway? I hope you're well, man. Yeah, I hope you're well. When's the next pay? What's the next pay? It's a Survivor Series, isn't it? Okay. Are you excited for SmackDown and Rampage both tomorrow? If Roman's going to be on SmackDown, then come on now. I did see something about Roman, but I didn't read it. Seen some news report of why Roman isn't there, but I didn't read it. And I'm guessing the UK tour. I mean, Roman's such a big deal now that he probably just said, "I'm not going to the UK. I'm staying with my kids." And yeah, stay. I mean, I can't lie. I'm a bit of a jackass, innit? When I realised that the tickets I brought were for Raw Superstars, I didn't want Roman to come to the UK because I would have been jealous. So I'm mad at it, man, because I've not seen Roman live since 2012, maybe? No, it can't be 2012. That's stupid. That's a lie. 2014, 13, 14. The last time I seen Roman Reigns live with the Shield was against... I can't remember what it was. I was thinking about, but that was Brothers of Destruction and Wyatt family. I can't remember when the last time I seen him live, man. I really want the Rock at Survivor Series this year. That would be dope. Can't see it happening, but it would be dope. Yeah, I can't speak for the Rock, but the Rock's pretty active in Instagram, so you can pretty much see where the Rock is at all times. You know what I mean? As long as you know he's in the Iron Paradise, it means he's not anywhere else in the world but LA. That's why for me, the Rock at Hollywood WrestleMania makes the most sense. I don't think you can book the Rock in advance now, though. I don't think you can tell the Rock this year, in this time, you need to be, because he's got so many movies and stuff like that. I don't think he can dedicate that thing. He's just got Red Notice just came out. So I prepared myself for never getting the Rock versus Roman, just in case. I don't want to, get my hopes up. But also, you guys heard, I can write a great storyline for that. I don't know. I thought about applying for WWE. If you go to their website, you can go to careers and apply to be a writer. I thought about it, but I ain't having man telling me what, you know what I mean? Of course, you be the main director of it, but if you're gonna rip up my script to them, we're gonna fight, bro. And I fancy my chances against Vince still. Back in the day, Vince, big lats. I didn't. Yeah, he would have choked me out. But this Vince kick you in your kneecap real quick, bro. Man, 76 something. Yeah, ain't no old man beating me up, bro. Yo, better eat some oatmeal, bro. You know what I'm way there. Love for basketball. What's good, Savage? How you been lately? Thank you very much, bro. What are you saying? I've been great, man. I've been great. I've been getting my health on track. Although I've always been pretty healthy, personal trainer, but yeah, I'm on a cut. I'm on a cut right now. You know what I mean? Bare fluids and fruit, low carbs. I'm looking, yo. I'm trying to get that Finn Balor. Yeah, you know what I mean? No carbs Balor, and I'm trying to get them abs. You know what I mean? There. But yeah, doing that, trying to do a bit of business and that. Warring with the tampon boys online and trying to make strides forward in business, you know the way there. So that's kind of my thing. Carmella is a hidden gem if they treat her right. Deontay, I promise, bro. The only time they've messed up with Carmella was with that dance break thing with R-Truth. But she was still on TV, she's still getting a TV time, but she needs to stop saying Mella is money like she does because she sounds crazy. And stop doing that stupid laugh. And what they need to, this is what you do with Carmella. Keep her character the same because her character is really good. The most beautiful woman in WWE. And now the fact that Corey acknowledges her as his missus. Before he never paid attention to her. He just used to talk about Mandy Rose all the time. Now you got you got Bad News Barrett on NXT talking about Mandy Rose every time she comes out. But now Corey acknowledges Carmella and he's kind of the heel-ish commentator anyway. But I would have her exactly the way she is, but when she gets in the ring, she needs to be a complete savage. Savage. Like, I'm talking about, I know there's every now and again there might be the pull of the tights and that. I'm on about heel, anything to win, Eddie Guerrero style. You know what I mean? Hit the canvas with the chair, just drop on the floor. All of that business. That's what you gotta do, bro. 1 week away from my season getting started. Love for basketball, you're gonna be recording your matches. If you are, let me know, man. Put them up on the YouTube channel and that so I can watch them. I hope the Usos come to SmackDown tomorrow. Yeah, the Usos would be there. I can't see them having the Usos and Roman off. Then I want to see Solo Sikoa debut. Usos brother. Woo! I mean, I like him, man. I like him. I was watching him before. Jacob Fatu. I was watching him before. But he looked good, man. He looked good. Deontay, she bust Sasha with the damn bottle. Brutal. Yeah, man. That bottle, oh my God, bro. I know, in my head when she done that, I was questioning if the bottle was real because the way she done it, man. She needs to, this is what I'm saying. Why did they stop with that? She's coming out in like dresses and stuff. Put her back in it, man. If she's not wrestling, there's no need to be. It's another weird thing in wrestling that if you're not down to wrestle, like if you're not booked to wrestle, then why are you in wrestling gear? Especially the men, because it's weird, bro. Because why are you just walking around in pants? Like then every time I see Randy Orton and he's not in a wrestling match, I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Just put some bottoms on, put some trackies on. I'll go on for you. There's a few things I think they can put in wrestling to change. I was watching some wrestling not long ago, Unforgiven 2002, and I know AEW do it now as well. But just little things like little details that when people come to the ring, the announcer announces what match is. This level 1-4. Introduce it first. Then you just drop. This match is scheduled for a 20-minute time limit, a 15-minute time limit. Just do that because it adds a little bit. You know what I mean? Also, you know how I feel about the tag team matches with the tagging man in and one person gets 5 seconds in the ring, but the other person gets like 2 flipping minutes. And the count outs and that, you shouldn't be able to keep your title anymore. You know what I mean? If you lose via count, you know what I mean? Just lose your title, because if you can lose by disqualification and that, I'm just going to get myself disqualified every time. Savage, WWE just announced they released Jackson Riker. Shanky, Eva Marie, Lindsay Dorado, and Dana Brooke. Is this a fact? I expected Stanky because I know that the other one's being pushed on Raw with like vignettes and stuff like that. Lince Dorado wanted to leave anyway. Dana Brooke. That's a bit mad, isn't it? The Dana Brooke thing, considering the whole Corey Graves thing not long ago, even though he was just doing the heel commentator stuff. Let me check for myself, bro. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but you know, then we're there. It's a mad time to release though, and it's normally April. Jackson Riker makes sense. They weren't going to do anything with him, so damn. Okay. Can't see anything trending. I can only see Jericho trending, but let's see WWE. Yeah, that's why I didn't respond to Lily. I thought he's on about the doll because I was gonna say, man, if you talk about the doll, you can't. Wait a minute. He's got the whole. Has Bray Wyatt tweeted something? Shout out to everyone in the chat. Savage, do you think Sasha Banks versus Shotzi is happening tomorrow? It wouldn't make sense to. I wouldn't put it on SmackDown. I'd build it up a little bit. If they're trying to do something with Shotzi, then what has it tweeted? Damn, man, people online are weirdos, isn't it? People are just like, I don't know. The last time I remember someone getting busted with a bottle was Jericho and CM Punk. I know exactly what you're talking about, man. WWE releases top. Budget cuts. Unconfirmed names. I don't see the names that you're talking about. I see that whoever told me before that it was WrestleVotes put the thing. Yeah, Nima, I'm on Twitter now. There's no list at the moment. It just says that WrestleVotes tweet. It says, I have unconfirmed names, but hearing WWE may be releasing a small number of talent today. Another uneasy day in Stamford. I'm bored of it now. I don't even feel bad for everyone anymore. I felt bad before because of the pandemic and all that business. But if people lose their job, innit? Like these people are on good money. Innit? There's people, regular, everyday people losing their jobs and that. That's what it is, man. Is Kyle O'Reilly getting released? Savage to go back to Redragon who need a manager. It doesn't say Kyle O'Reilly. Wrestle Talk tweeted earlier. Everyone's already tweeted saying there could be more releases. And I'll let you know what's going to happen underneath the releases is all the sensitive ass wrestling fans. Oh my God, I can't believe you can't. Shut up, man. Just fuck. People are going to start whinging about people that don't even care about. Go on, everyone that pretend like you care about Dana Brooke. Go on. She's great, by the way. Titles worldwide. Hoorah, hoorah, hoorah. But you know, Eva Marie, if she gets released, what was the point of re-signing her? I don't know, but she's making a movie right now, so I don't think I don't think Eva Marie cares anyway. To be honest, like she doesn't need WWE. I know everyone hates on Eva Marie and stuff like that, but I don't hate her because one, I think it's a bit unfair. Might not think she's very good in the ring, but everyone pretending like they've watched 20 matches of Eva Marie. She didn't even had 20 matches. I'm on about from before as well. When she was there prior, she had about 5-6 matches. Each match, she probably had about a minute in the ring. So yeah, what is what is. Roman Reigns does run WWE, you know, device. Jason Savage is more, but yeah, bro. Listen, I'm just doing my thing where you know, like that. I ain't no one's reliable source, but I'm just a little bit confused with what's going on. And what the fuck? We're gonna go soon, but obviously I wanna check up on this first. Savage, you can do anime stuff with wrestling stuff. How? Let me know. I'm not gonna do anything on the channel anime related because I've got another channel where I can do stuff. But let me know what you're on about. On WWE's Twitter itself, it has nothing. The last thing they posted was The Rock's greatest moments. So, don't know. I'm bored of it now. I can't do the fake caring thing. I can't. I've got my own life. All of you got have your own life as well, and all these wrestlers are getting paid way more than you. Some of them are getting paid to sit in catering and get the big money. And yeah, I wouldn't complain if you want to sit me in catering to pay me big money. I'll sit in catering all day. I love food, so imagine people are getting paid to sit in catering and we're out here doing more work than them guys. I can't feel bad for everyone, like that. They'll be paid. They've got contracts and stuff. You can't just get rid of someone and not pay them anymore. You know what I mean? They'll get paid until the end of the release clause and all this business and all that stuff. So it is what it is. Some people just say cutting it. I know it feels bad. It feels worse because shout out to you, Nima. It feels worse the budget cuts and stuff. Well, all the people getting released because they do it in a group. They release those people together. But when people get released like throughout the year, one by one, no one cares. No, I see it all the time. You just go on the website, future endeavors, blah blah has been released. No one cares. But when it's in a clump, everyone gets all like, oh no. You know what I mean? These people that you tried to tweet and tried to message on Instagram once and never messaged back, never even liked your comment. You know what I mean? You're there, oh, I'm a massive fan. And they see it. Trust me. Some of these wrestlers live on Twitter, live on Instagram, especially the women. Flipping hell. So they're out here making TikToks and that, but they ain't the little kid who the massive fan and just wants you to acknowledge them one time or not getting anything back. So for me, bad with the good, innit? Bad with the good. But, you know what I mean? It's close to Christmas. You're going to have money for Christmas. So everyone doing that thing like, oh my God, they're going to be broke for Christmas. They're not going to be broke for Christmas, bro. Christmas is in like 70 days or something like that. Come on. You know what I mean? Your release clause is already going to be 90. So come on. Is Pablo sleeping? Yeah, this is what he does in the stream. If he doesn't get no love, he just goes off to his Marvel bed and goes to sleep. But he's a G. It's my guy. I want to do some more stuff with him on the channel. I'll try to see if I can do something wrestling related with Pablo. That'll be fun. But yeah, he just is a rebel. Just does his own thing. Okay, we've done an hour and 10. I'm going to get off because I'm not waiting for anything to, anything to go through. And I'm literally not making a video. If everyone gets released, I'm not making a video on them being released. Like that. It is what it is. I wouldn't be surprised if Charlotte got released. And, you know what I mean? So yeah, everyone been treating Charlotte lately. Don't treat Charlotte like that. Rhea Ripley needs moving up the ladder, break them up. But I also don't want to see her and Charlotte fight again. So we're stuck. Rhea Ripley needs to go back to NXT. Whatever happened to her when she got to the main roster the first time and then went and then we didn't see her again for ages and then came back is the reason why she's so stiff on the mic. Terrible. Her and Nikki, I just no. Rhea versus Becky. Oh, yeah, exactly. Shout out to you, Mean. See you next Thursday. I couldn't care less, honestly. These people never reply and they don't care much about the fans. Yeah, listen, everyone does this. Don't get me wrong, there's people on there, I've seen that, they proper invest in their fans and that. And don't get me wrong, if you're one of those and you get thousands of messages, I understand. But some of these wrestlers are not even that popular. I'm not just saying they've got followers just because they work for the WWE or work for AEW, but they're not that popular in terms of people don't get mad when they don't see them. Like, I don't know. Put it this way. I've spoke to loads of people from Impact, loads of people from NWA. Always make time for their fans, man. They try their hardest to make time for their fans. WWE and AEW, yeah. You know what I mean? But don't get me wrong, some of the women, you see them, they'll screenshot your stuff and put it up on their story and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a kid, I don't need the love from them because, in fact, I don't want a relationship with them personally because then I can't analyze their wrestling and stuff because they'll get too sensitive. All you're going to hear is, you couldn't do it in the ring. Yeah, bitch, that's why I'm not a wrestler. What are you talking about? I know that, but you put your stuff out there for me to see. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I'm always respectful to people with their wrestling craft. I'm never horrible. You never hear me just go, this person's shit. I just, you know what I mean? I'll just be like, oh, this raw, I'm not feeling it. Because I know that most of it's to do with creativity and not the people who can wrestle. If that was the case, then I wouldn't like people like Cesaro. Cesaro's my guy. I love Cesaro, but I can see where WWE are with him and where it's going, and he doesn't have a manager, and he's not good on the mic, so he's going to be stuck, and he'll probably be put back in the tag team because that's what they're going to do with him. Make him tag team with Sheamus because it works, bro. You know what I mean? Anyway, shout out to everyone who stuck through the chat. Shout out to the 7 left, and shout out to everyone who comes later because you appreciate it too. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't like the video, hit the like button twice and then hit it again. I'm never going to do that when I get big, or I always have time for people who help me get there. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? I'm not WWE big, don't care. I didn't come on here to be big. I don't want to be famous. Who gives a shit? Shout out to Sean. But for the 13,000 people who are subscribed to me, first of all, I've done live streams because I couldn't keep up with the comments because I've got a regular life as well. So I come on here and then I speak to everyone. I don't ignore anyone in the chat. If I miss your chat, I always try to put it in again, and then I do the same thing. And then on my Instagram, if everyone chooses to follow, that's your problem, innit? But if you follow me on Instagram, you know that once I see your message, I will speak back to you. I'm terrible at social media because I choose to be, because I'm not letting that app take over my life. It's sad. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow I'm going to go to WWE Live with my son. I'll probably take a few photos. I'll take my phone. I'm not taking my camera with me. But I'm going to just enjoy the wrestling because live events, I'm here for it. I haven't been to a live event over 2 years now because of the pandemic. And I like to stay in the moment. Any advice for you guys? Live in the moment. Don't be watching stuff through your phone. That's crazy. You know how many times I go to events and I see people they're watching wrestling through their phone like this when the wrestling's going on there. Fucking crazy. That's crazy. Psychopath stuff. You know what I mean? School shooter. So live your life properly, man. Enjoy your loved ones. You got friends and family and girlfriends and boyfriends and husbands and wives and kids, dogs. And everyone's living through their fucking camera and their phone. Even when you're playing with your dog. Can't play with your dog without recording your dog. You can't say well done to your kid anymore without recording that you said well done to your kid. It's madness. Listen. 25 years of The Rock. 1996. November 17th, I think. Debut. Rocky Maivia. Then we got Die Rocky Die. No one thought it was going anywhere. I was a young kid, so I didn't understand anyway. Then he reinvented himself. Cocky Rock. Nation of Domination. Then he takes over the nation. Versace shirt wearing Rock. Eyebrow raising. Feud with Triple H. Austin. Kurt Angle. Jericho. The list goes on. Tag team champion multiple times. I swear The Rock's been tag team champion about 5 times. Been WCW champion, WWE champion, Intercontinental champion, Royal Rumble winner. This guy is, for me, the greatest pro wrestler there has ever been, and at the moment, ever will be. And my views probably won't change because I got associated with this guy as a kid, so it gives me a nostalgia feeling. So I'll always be a little bit biased with that. But honestly, this man is incredible, and I'm gonna give him his flowers. He's now the biggest movie star in the world. I'm more of a fan of the wrestler, but the guy seems great as well. Yeah, man, it's dope. It's dope. One of the reasons why I enjoy so much wrestling is because of The Rock. The main reason, in fact. What a guy. 25 years, man. Crazy. Is he retired? Pretty much, because, you can call him part-time. If you've been away for years already, you're not really part-time. But will we get one more match from The Rock? I'm sure that we all hope we will. But if we don't, listen, I appreciate the dude anyway. You guys know the vibes. Amin says, big facts. We the ones. For real. But yeah, till next week, till tomorrow, If I post anything from my live event, I will, but probably not going to. If not, I'll be there on SmackDown, some Rampage as well. But yeah, I've been your boy, Good Savage. Finally, The Rock has, you know them way there. Listen, if you smell what The Rock